Adventures Unknown.
Finally settled in here, just relaxing, and got the window open and beautiful ocean view and people going around in their ATVs. It's real bay town. It's really nice to be here. Good vibes, and the bum's really nice. And yeah, I'm gonna sit back and have a rockin' chair, and then finally go downstairs, meet the locals, and see where my first adventure would take me.
Hey, Donny. Been following your adventures. I heard you were in St. Lawrence. Let me take you around and show you some of the historical sites like Chambers Cove, the site of the shipwreck of the Truxtun in 1942. Give me a call.
Hey, Donny, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you? What's on the go?
Great to meet you.
Carl, right?
Yes, right.
We're going for a ride, are we?
We're going for a tour around this place and see what you think.
Okay, cool.
This is the place full of history, so there's a few little things that I'd like to show you along the way.
Cool. Well, buckle up and we go.
Buckles, yes. St. Lawrence is a little different than most of the fishing villages around here, right? St. Lawrence had transitions in its time, and the biggest transition was triggered by the tidal wave in 1929. Late in the evening, around 7:30, all the water recedes out of this harbor, goes dry, the whole works. Fish flicking around on the ground, and there's boats bottom up in the harbor. I mean, when the water returned with vengeance. A white wall of water coming in through this harbor at over 100 kilometers an hour, wiped out all the fishing stages, everything that's close to the water that you can see. Huge loss of property, but also huge damages to the environment. And the fishery failed for years after. So the 1929 tidal wave totally transformed this community, and the effects are still felt today.
I didn't even know there was a tidal wave. I'm not much of an historian, mind you, but I sure hope there's not another one today.
So where are we going now?
Chambers Cove. It's the site of the shipwreck of the Truxtun, the Pollux, and the Wilkes. These were American warships that ran ashore here on the rocks in 1942.
It's going to be crazy to see it actually on a boat.
It's a different perspective. You see it from the ocean, looking off at those cliffs. You really get a perspective of what these poor folks went through.
You got to be really careful. The skipper was saying that there's all these growlers, rocks coming up that can hit the boat. And that's what happened to all the American ships that day, so you can't tell. So it's really scary and eerie here.
These three ships were planning to come up the eastern seaboard, end up in Argentia. Can you imagine in the winter, 100 miles an hour of wind, 50, 60-foot seas? He managed to get up over that cliff and staggered along the shoreline in this snowstorm in a gale of wind, happened to see the light from the head frame of one of the mines. He went towards the light and was greeted by the Newfoundlanders. They managed to go out and save 186 of these guys. In the story of the Truxtun, the Pollux, and the Wilkes, this is wartime. So these boats were not allowed to talk to each other for fear that the German submarines would intercept their transmissions and then attack these boats. So this is in the context of wartime, and in wartime, the cautions that were put in place to save them from an enemy attack unfortunately crippled them from a regular navigation. So right here now, Don, we're just getting into the middle of the cove, and in the unfortunate situation with the Truxtun, this is where she ended up, between those two little islands right there. A big boat, I mean, she's she's 96 meters long. She's nearly 300 feet in for people that use feet. That's a big boat that ends up wedged between those two rocks. And 156 men on board. And sadly, unfortunately, 110 people were lost in this cove. But the efforts that these Newfoundlanders went through to try to save these guys, and it tells you a lot about their character and the sanctity of a human life.
Is there shipwrecks like sunken? This is like a sacred area.
This is, and like you say, this is a protected municipal site. These boats beat to pieces after a few days, and the debris field here is huge. And there's everything on the bottom here, from a spoon from the galley, all kinds of ammunition. As kids, there were shells, big loaded shells, rolling up on the beaches here.
What an amazing and terrifying story this is.
Well, I thought I'd get geared up here now and get in the water and just see what it was like for those poor men, what they had to deal with. So I'm gonna get in and jump in and reenact their swim to the beach and see if I can get up the hill like they did. They did it in winter. I'm in August here, so. And I'm in a wetsuit, but it's still cold. Do you think I'm nuts or what?
I'm a bit concerned. But
see, I'm stunned, so I'll do anything, right?
Just be very careful. Yeah. Obviously, we lost 110 here at one time. We don't want to lose any more.
The shock of this icy cold North Atlantic Ocean is piercing, even in summer, in a wetsuit. Those poor American sailors did this in February in a snowstorm with a huge swell.
Wow, it's hard getting in. I can feel the swell. Can you imagine what the poor guys went through? Right? The swell is like picking me up. And it's a fight to get in the shore, but I'm getting in. Okay. I'm in shore.
Wow, that was a swim. You know, now they're gonna make it up that huge steep hill. So I'm gonna go and try to see what I'm
climbing up that.
I mean, where would you climb?
Right? And they're here, and the water is beating down on their heads, and the cold, frigid, freezing, and this was all snow and ice, and it was filled with tar and oil, you know, 5 feet of oil. And they had to get up this. They had to scale up this. I'm gonna try it, but, and this is all slippery and ice. Holy cow. What it must have been like for them to come up here now and try to scale up, the ones that did. And can you imagine the guys on the other side who wasn't as fortunate to have this ride up? They'd be pulling ropes down for the miners for up on the hill, trying to get them down. And the shale rock, right? It's all shale. Trying to get up this, right? Whoa. Crazy what they were like. Trying to get your footing in. I mean, it must have been crazy. Whoa. Whoa.
I mean, one false move and you're gone. I think I'm in trouble here.
I only had one more move to make, and it's not good. This is nuts. Almost lights out for Donny.
Crazy. I don't know how they did it. Holy cow, this is crazy. I don't know how they did this. The rocks are like slipping under my feet. I'm trying to get up. It's really crazy. I feel like I'm over my head here. Whoa. Holy shit. Oh. I almost lost it. Everything's so loose. It's crazy. I'm almost up to the top though. But I just went for a spill. I made it. Whoa, that was a crazy adventure. And I really looked up. I'm out of breath, I'm rotten, I'm freezing. I almost slid down. Oh, it's crazy what these guys went through.
I'm really feeling emotional for the fear and suffering that these men must have endured. This was a serious life and death situation for those young fellas on that day in Chambers Cove.
Can you imagine? The boys had to pick a different route because some of them went over here and it's like crazy steep hills. I mean, how did they do it? Woo! What?
How was it? How was the trek up?
Holy scary.
Imagine back in February when a snowstorm, cold enough to freeze, snow everywhere, and you done this in summer. Just imagine what strength they had in their bodies.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Just imagine off course that much to come in this cove. Just, you know, just picture this. We're talking a ship, 100-footer. And
A Navy ship.
A Navy ship.
Navy ship.
This was surreal and really emotional. When I was doing it, I was like, how did those poor guys feel in the midwinter? And these guys are like Americans from hot countries, and the frigid cold water have to come up through these banks filled with tar, blinded by tar, and you know, real survival story and real true heroism story for our Newfoundlanders that saved them. So yeah, so those poor men. So I'm thinking about them today.
How was your adventures on shore there, old fella?
That was crazy!
Here.
Are we getting up this?
No, we're never gonna need a fella.
Turn off the motors.
Let's clip me his toenail. You gonna be able to do that?
Okay. I got it.
All right, take what an adventure for you.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. I never thought you'd make it up over the whole cliff, but
No. And I scaled up there, but I got into trouble because all the ground is like all shale.
all loose, giving away.
And it was falling, and there was one point I was kind of in trouble because if I had fell back, it would have been really, I would have killed myself, I think. So I went in the crevice, but I got right up top.
No, amazing. You're a pair of billy goat.
Yeah, like the cat.
Like that cat. This whole area, as far as the people of St. Lawrence and the people of the region, this is almost a sacred area and a place that many people come to have a prayer, have a quiet moment, and think about some of these disasters and some of these folks that we've lost, some of these wonderful people that weren't as successful.
We'll have a quiet moment for her now.
Exactly that. For centuries, people fished all along here. It's been a challenging place to make a living, but you know, the story of Newfoundland is the story of the fishery, and the story of the fishery is the story of the shore fishery.
Well, it's Saturday now and the food fishery's on and we're allowed to jig. How cool is that?
Oh, losing? Losing.
Oh, wow, just like that on the way home we caught a fish.
Better, it's not as easy. We're going quadding with Carl, so really excited about that. So yeah, let's get this party started.
Well, we're going to leave St. Lawrence. We're going to travel west along the shoreline, the old highway. We're going to drop in to see Little Lawn Beach and Sandy Cove Beach and a couple places in between.
Oh, that'd be nice. Motor up and go.
Fair enough.
Okay, mate.
Here we go, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great to be here and in St. Lawrence, and even the fog, how beautiful it is.
Well, St. Lawrence has seen a share of tragedy, but it seems like, you know, the resilience of the people seem to bounce back quick and move on, you know?
Yeah, it's been a great day, man. It's been awesome. And to wrap it up here with a cup of tea is best kind. Love it.
Icing on the cake, isn't it?
Cheers to you.
gonna cook up a supper now before looks like it's gonna rain or mist or something. Newfoundland blueberries. Delicious. I'm good for the next 2 hours.
If you have the opportunity to get in the water with one of these amazing animals, you're going to learn so much about yourself.
We're already seeing whales. Wow. There's a big eagle's nest up there, which is really cool. Where the pirates just hide their treasure. Time for my morning shower now.